session of the General Assembly. So you can also see that there are different formats where people can discuss the same issue.
Turkey is exactly the same. For BFC it's also 9 groups and no more. UNCSD has 9 groups. UNEP used 9 groups, but also regional.
Climate change and was basically intended to a multilateral incident to breathe into yourself. We also had other ones, biodiversity.
Actually, that makes us really sad and disappointed.
We like talking and not action on every issue, so we need to act and we have the tools, so we only need to be aware of it.
We reject the green economy because it's a continuation of the capitalist economy, which is the culprit of the destruction of Mother Earth.
We are not leaving! Because we don't want to be here! We don't want to be here! We want to be here! We want to be here! We want our voices to be heard! We want our voices to be heard! We have been here! We have been here! For the whole time! For the whole time! We have raised our voices! We have raised our voices! We have done everything we can! We have done everything we can! That's what is going on in there! That's what is going on in there! They are not listening to us! They are not listening to us! We know! We'll never be defeated! We know! Recently the document has just been adopted and we are not happy for that. The future we want cannot be found here. What we can do is make changes from ourselves.
I think the document can barely be called a document. It's so weak. It doesn't hold any new sort of promises or any.
In the ground because we have to end the fossil age, and most people are not aware of that yet.
In 1992, the world's heads of states met at a summit in Rio de Janeiro. They said they wanted to form a global partnership for sustainable development. They said they wanted a world where people's needs would be met without destroying the basis of life for future generations. They said they would reduce and eliminate unsustainable patterns of production and consumption. They acknowledged that the developed world puts the greatest pressure on the global environment and thus has the greatest responsibility for solutions. Now, 20 years later, it is clear that the promises of 1992 has been broken. Today, I see a world of suffering and injustice which prevents millions from leading a dignified life. I see 1.4 billion people living in extreme poverty. I see 1 billion people hungry and 900 million people without clean water. I see 1.3 billion people without access to electricity. I see 1 in 10 children in poor countries getting no education. Today, I see a world of people cutting down the branches our children should sit on. I see more than half the tropical rainforest gone and continue destruction. I see extinction of plants and animals 100 to 1,000 times faster than natural rates. I see 20% of coral reefs destroyed and an additionally 1% lost every year. I see uncontrolled climate change and huge risk of ecological chaos. Today, I see a world on a wrong path. I see a world structured by the interests of profit-seeking private companies. I see a ruling culture of overconsumption that is idealized all over the world. I see developed countries that have not reduced their overconsumption of natural resources and have exported their carbon dioxide emissions to the developing countries. I see leaders unwilling to take the necessary measures, all in the name of rights and freedom. We only have one planet and we are about to lose it. So, when presidents and prime ministers are now again coming to Rio, they must agree to use their combined power to save the planet. They must agree to protect the present by ending injustice. They must agree to save the future by stopping overexploitation of resources. And this time, they must put action behind their words. Now,